Let me give you an example why consistency is crucial. As Simon Sinek, an American author and inspirational speaker, once said, if you go to the gym, you come back, you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. If you go to the gym the next day, you come back, you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. So clearly there will be no results. So we get disappointed and eventually we quit. Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right direction, right action, and you stick to it, you will see significant changes in your body. Just like that. You have to commit yourself to the action and to the process. So here we can use the same analogy while we are learning a certain language. If you just study for a few days, nothing will happen. That's 100%. But what if you're gonna be a bit consistent and do it for a few months? Then I know exactly that you will become much better and master that language. Apart from that, you will gain confidence and you'll find your own comfort zone to speak in that language. Another mistake that others often do is they tend to spend 3 to 5 hours on learning a language, and after that they won't do that for weeks or months. They just simply forget about that. So what if I study, instead of spending like 3 to 5 hours, I will spend like 30 minutes daily on learning a language, simply because it helps us to build a habit of doing something every day. So it's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Now let's talk about setting a clear goal and having a deadline. It does sound ridiculously obvious, but trust me, it's paramount. For instance, you've been learning English since your primary school, and it's clear that back then you had a specific goal to learn English. It's to get good grades. And most of the time it will remain like that until you finally graduate. But will it be the same after you graduate? In addition to that, let's say that you have a major at university that has nothing to do with English. Then will you still stay committed or not? That's the question. So in order to keep yourself at the same pace and keep doing what you've been doing, you have to have a clear goal, and you have to ask yourself first, what for are you doing, and what's the point of learning that language and where it can take me to? Or what opportunities could be possibly provided to me if I learn that language? Otherwise, if you're doing it just because someone said so or due to bias, it will stop to mean you something pretty soon and you'll just give up. Next, let's talk about deadline. As a matter of course, nobody's rushing you and you can take your time with your English or whatever your side puzzles are. But, yeah, there's always but. In my opinion, deadlines are very important simply because it helps us to stay focused. As you jump from the one task to the next, at some point you need to actually finish what you started. And I think there are 3 main reasons why deadlines are important. They include: first, it will motivate and inspire you. Second, you will work with a sense of urgency. And the third, you will recognize the progress. And the final thing that I want to mention for today is fear of being judged by others. I think we all agree that in any language, the most significant part is speaking. And others, including ourselves, we more care about speaking. It's so important nowadays. Many people want to know how to speak properly, or even some of them, they want to be an entrepreneur or some sort of influencer. For that, you have to know how to speak. The way we speak, what words do we use to make our thoughts more meaningful and understandable to others? So why do people afraid of being judged by others while they're speaking? Obviously, there are many factors that may have effect on us, but I would like to talk about these 3 factors. First, what if I make mistakes? Mostly it refers to grammar mistakes. Second, what if I pronounce words incorrectly? And the third, I have a strong accent. So better I keep my mouth shut in order to avoid any embarrassing moments. So having said that, in my opinion, if you have any of this problem, you shouldn't have to worry at all. And I will tell you why. First of all, let me start from we are all human beings and we tend to make mistakes, a lot of them, daily. So learning from our mistakes and being able to define our shortcomings and finally improving ourselves at least by 1% daily will be the right solution. And by the way, I don't define an accent, like any accent, as a drawback. Conversely, I think it's a unique feature that everyone has. Second of all, being confident and practicing will be your solution to speak freely, even though you'll be making mistakes. You can start doing it by yourself. Literally, you can sit down in front of the mirror and start talking on any topic. After that, find a partner and try to do the same. Because unfortunately, there is no magic pills. you have to put in work. Consequently, the more you're gonna do like that, the more easier it becomes. By the way, here's a mistake. We don't usually say the more easier. We just say easier. So even though I'm making mistakes sometimes while I'm talking to someone, I don't get discouraged or sad about that. I'll accept it, make a conclusion, and go on. After all, let it be learning a language or any kind of skill. It's an endless process where we have to learn until we reach a certain point where we feel ourselves comfortable. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks guys for watching. If you find this video informative and useful, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll see you next time. See you.